let's get started. So here we have the first example where I am going to take a 2-digit number and try to multiply it by another 2-digit number, say 74 times 16. Now whenever this number, the second number, the multiplier, starts with a 1, that means it lies between 11 and 19. Okay, it can be 11 or 19 also, right? So then it is very easy. How do you do this? Just consider 6. Okay, so 4 times 6, I'll write all the steps. 4 times 6 and then 7 times 6, but I need to add something to this, the next number 4, and finally the first digit 7. So 7, 42 plus 4, 46, and finally 24, and here you will have your answer. See, 4, 2 carries over here, this becomes 48, so 8, 4 carried forward, so you have 11, and 1184 becomes the answer for this particular question. You can pick up the calculators and check, friends. Now what did I do here? Actually this is an extension of vertically and crosswise. Because there is a 1 here, I don't need to multiply by 1, right? That is pretty obvious, and that is why I am adding the next digit. Actually I am adding what? 4 times 1, but I told you just add the next digit. That's how smartness works and makes things easier for us. Let's do one more question like this, and then I'll try to extend this to higher numbers. Okay, let's take a 3-digit number here. Maybe I'm taking some random examples. I'm not prepared for this, but I'll do it live. So let's take 296, and I need to multiply that by 13, right? So just do 6 times 3, that is 18. So I'll not write the entire steps now. I'll reduce the number of steps. Just do 9 times 3, that is 27, and add the next digit. 27 plus 6 is 33, and then 2 times 3 is 6, add the next digit. 6 plus 9 is 15, and once you have done with all the digits, write this digit as it is. So now start writing. 8, 1 carried 34 means 4, 3 carried 18 means 8, 1 carried 3, and you have your answer 3848. Very easy, right? And I think you can take big numbers here and multiply it by any number from 11, 12, 13, 14 up to 19, and you will get your answer for this particular type of question. One more question, and then probably numbers in 20s and 30s and even 70s and 80s you are going to crack it. So keep watching the entire video. Okay, let's see. Let's take a big number this time and test ourselves. So for taking a big number, I'm taking some random numbers, say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I need to multiply that by, I'll take 13 and 16 is already done. How about taking 12 or 15 or 16? Okay, let's take 16 already we have taken. Let's take 17. Oh, it's a challenge, right? But I'll come through. See, 7 times 7 is 49, so I'll write a 49 here. 6 times 7 is 42, plus 7 is 49, so another 49. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 6 is 41, so 41. 4 times 7 is 28, plus 5 is 33, so a 33. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 4, 25, and finally the first digit 3. So I have written all the numbers. See, how many numbers should be there? 5 digits, so 6 numbers, right? So that you don't miss out on anything. And now start. 9, 4 carried, 53 means 3, 5 carried, 46 means 6, 4 carried, 37 means 7, 3 carried, 28 means 8, 2 carried, 5. There we have the answer. 5, 8, 7, 6, 3, 9. Okay, let's ensure that you are feeling comfortable with this method first. So I hope you have understood what am I doing here. You can take a screenshot if you want, and you can practice this first before we get into our next part. So wow, I really enjoy this. Overall multiplication makes you feel like a champion, right? So let's have some bigger examples now. Now I want to take up a number like 74 again. I need to multiply that by 26 now. Now watch out. This is something which hasn't been done on YouTube. They all will tell you vertically and crosswise in the traditional manner in which it is taught. This is untraditional way of doing the vertical and crosswise only, but quicker than vertically and crosswise. Obviously little effort and practice is required. Mathematics doesn't exist without practice. Okay, so don't watch, do. Okay, let's see this one. So what am I going to do the first time? So 4 times 6, right? You want me to write the steps? I can do that. 4 times 6, 24. That's pretty easy. And the middle step is really important, because here we have 2 digits, so you will have 3 numbers here. So middle step is really important. So what are we going to do here? Here is multiply 7 by 6. You get 7 6 are 42, right? Now since we have a 2 here, you need to add double of this to 7 6 are 42. So 42 plus 8 is 50, and so I'll write a 50 here. And finally the first digit 7, you have to double this also, because you have a 2 here, so doubling. So this will become 14. And now watch the magic. 4, 2 carried, so 52 means 2, 5 carried, so 19, and 1924 becomes the product of 74 and 26. Isn't that amazing? Let's extrapolate this to a 3-digit number. So let's take 673 and multiply it by 24. So I am taking 2 again, so that you get used to the method, and then apply it for 30s, 40s, 50s, 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever. Okay, so let's see. What did I do here? 4 times 6, right? So 3 times 4 is 12. 7 times 4 is 28, and double of this is 6. 28 plus 6 is 34. Then 6 times 4 is 24, and double of 7 is 14. So 24 plus 14 is 38, and finally double of 6 is 12. So we have 4 numbers, and these are the 4 numbers I wanted. Let's start. 2, 1 carried, 35 means 5, 3 carried, 41 means 1, 4 carried, 16, 16152 is the product. Wow, I simply love this. Mathematics is amazing. If you start understanding things, the things are not at all going to be difficult. Can I take a 5-digit number and make you feel comfortable with 20s and then some maybe random numbers? Okay, so a 5-digit number, 76758. 76758, and I am going to test myself by multiplying this number with another 20s. So 20s, 24, 26 and 27. Let's take 27. Oh, big challenge. I keep on challenging myself, and that's how I improve. That's how you need to do. Just challenge yourself, take some big numbers, and I'm sure you are going to rock. Okay, 8 times 7. 8 sevens are 56. So how many numbers will I write here? 5-digit means 6 numbers, right? So 8 sevens are 56. Done. 5 sevens are 35, and double of 8 is 16. See, what am I doing? 5 sevens are 35 and 16 is 51. So I'll write a 51. Then comes 7. So 7 times 7 is 49, and double of 5 is 10. So 59. Here we get 59. 6 times 7 is 42, and 42 plus 14 is 56, and 7 times 7 is 49 plus 12 is 61, and finally we have the numbers double of 7, which is 14, right? So after getting these 6 numbers, I enjoy it the most. So retain the unit digit 6. 5 carried, 56 means 6. 5 carried, 64 means 4. 6 carried, 62 means 2. 6 carried, 67 means 7. 6 carried, and 14 plus 6, 20. And there you go, pick up the calculators, friends. 2072466. Is that the answer which everybody required? I think you are going to be amazed, really surprised. This is beautiful, right? No vertically and crosswise. This is actually vertically and crosswise. The base is there, but a different way of presenting things, different way of interpreting things. And if you want to become smarter, you need to do the routine things differently, right? And that's what we are doing in this video. Let's pick up more challenging questions now. How about doing 8, 1, 7, 7, 9. Look at the number which I am taking, 8, 1, 7, 7, 9. And I want to multiply that by 46 this time. Okay. Whew, now this is really going to be challenging. 9 times 6 is 54. So the last number is going to be 54. Followed by 7 times 6 is 42. And I have to do 9 times. This time here we have 4, right? So I have to do 4 times this and then add it to the product. So 42 plus 36. 42 plus 36 is 78. So I have 78. You need to be good with your addition skills. Obviously multiplication doesn't happen if you are not good in addition. Again 7 times 6 is 42 and 7 times 4 is 28. So 42 and 28 is 70. Likewise 1 times 6 is 6 and 7 times 4 is 28 again. So 28 plus 6 is 34. So here we have 34. Penultimate number, so I think 8. Yeah, 8 6 times is 48 and 1 times 4 is 4. So 52. 48 plus 4, 52, and finally 8 times 4, 32. Whew, that was the step which I was expecting, and once I get through this step, more often than not I am going to get a correct answer. Let's see. So you pick up the calculator and I will start from here. So 4 plus 5 means 83. So 3 plus 8 means 78. So 8 plus 7 means 41. So 1 plus 4 means 56. So 6 plus 5 means 37. So 37. So 37 6 1 8 3 4. Oh my god, that's how the things have to be done, friends. Multiplication of big numbers by 2-digit numbers simplified for you. One final example, and this time a more challenging question. Let me take 5 6 6 1 4 7 and multiply it by 38. You can even do it by 78, 88, 86, whatever number you want to take here, to any 2-digit number. Okay. So let's challenge ourselves yet again, one more time, final time for this video. 7 8s are 56, so a 56 at the end. Then 4 8s are 32 and 7 3s are, here we have 3, right? So we need to add the triple of the next digit. So 32 plus 21, 32 plus 21, 53, right? Keep on checking, friends. You need to check simultaneously. Then we have 1 times 8 is 8 and triple of 4 is 12. 12 plus 8, 20. 3 numbers already done. The next number, 8 times 6 is 48 plus 3, 51. Next number, 8 times 6 is 48 plus 18 is 66. And then finally 5 times 8 is 40 and 18 58, and then 5 times 3 is 15. So I get all my numbers. I think there are 7 quantities here, you can check. And now start writing from the unit digit. 6, 5 carried, 58 means 8, 5 carried, 25 means 5, 2 carried, 53 means 3, 5 carried, 71 means 1, 7 carried, 65 means 5, 6 carried, 21. 2 1 5 1 3 5 8 6. Is that the correct answer? Please check and do let me know in the comments whether this answer is correct or not.